$5.50. I'll be early. All right. What's happening? Friday the 16th? The 16th. You know, it's just already mind-baffling that we're already halfway through the month. That's crazy, man. We're already almost halfway through January. Or we are halfway through January, sorry. It's already been 6 months for me. So probably Monday or whenever I try to catch Max, I'll talk with her about my benefits and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna call me in at some point and ask me to sign papers or some shit like that. But again, I'm not saying anything because of the holidays, so I'm kind of waiting. I'm just sitting and waiting. Because Monday's a holiday, but they didn't say anything to me yesterday when I gave them my mileage sheet. So obviously I'm not working Monday, which is nice. That's really nice. Yeah. And the sad part is, there's that concern about my buildings that I'm not going to be there forever. You know what I mean? There's this uncertainty that tells me that I'm definitely not going to be at my buildings forever, which I have this weird feeling about that. So that's why I'm really doing my best with these buildings, so then they can leave me there. Because you never know, you know what I mean? You never know. I thought I was going to stay at Winder permanently, and they ended up switching that shit on me. But, you know, you never know. Like I said, you just never know with stuff. Anyway, yesterday. But again, I have no suspicion that something's going to happen. I just have a feeling that something will randomly switch up. Because there are people that are known to really do that. That'll switch you up out of nowhere. But again, there's no suspicion that anything's going to happen, which I am glad. I'm hoping I'll stay for the long run in the buildings that I'm at. So then I can just keep trying to practice bass and try hard to really get something, you know. So with that being said, yesterday was pretty much a normal day, you know. Shit, I don't really have anything to say about yesterday either. Work. Oh yeah, the buildings are gonna be semi-closed. Like a lot of people are gonna be gone, but only a couple people are gonna be there. It's weird. I don't know why they do that. Because like for Christmas and for New Year, I got it because, you know, it's Thursday and then the Friday after. But because the holiday's on Monday, what's the point of everybody taking Friday off today? So some people are getting today off. That doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Maybe I guess that's just the case. Maybe if a holiday's on a Wednesday, they'll probably give everybody Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, and Monday. I'm just kidding. I don't know. That's just what I've noticed because, you know, some of them yesterday were telling me that they had today off, and I was just like, oh, not me. So I asked, and there are going to be a few people in the building. Yeah, so it's going to be sort of open, but not really. So I'm like, oh, okay. I don't really care. Hey, that's great news for me. So then I can sort through the building, but I don't want to be too fast on the building. I hope I'll still get to make the times worth, so then I'm not too early. But you know, like it'll still be kind of like a regular day, just less people around. So it gives me the time to not have to come back later. You know what I mean? So then I can just knock the rooms out then and there, and then I can go. but I don't like being too early on the paranoid sense. I mean, I don't mind, but the only thing I don't really like sitting by myself without being paranoid is if I sit too long in the car, my arms go numb. You know, well, not my arms, my underarms, my armpits. You know, they start to go numb, but it's because of this work shirt, man. It's the work, and my dumbass is wearing 4 layers of shirts that it cuts off the circulations under my armpits, especially since the work shirt and the jacket are very like straight sharp around the pockets, so that once you lay your hand down or hold your arm up, it tends to cut the circulation off pretty fast, and that's annoying. That is extremely annoying. Plus, I don't have a pillow in here, so my neck is fucking killing me when I have to, you know, look at my phone, and then I got no real support with the headrest. I mean, yeah, I got the headrest, but there's no real support with that. It's like a pillow on a bed. You know, there's no pillow on the bed. Your head is not really supported, and that fucks with your neck. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. Same thing where I don't have a pillow to lay my head on, and it just fucks with my neck. Yeah, I wanted to go that way anyway. I'm going to be there hella early. I'm going to be there at like 5:50. I left pretty damn early this time. I left at like 5:15, 5:16. So, but anyway, yeah, so it's going to be close to empty. It's not going to be empty, but it's going to be like 3 or 4 people, including myself. So, in the first building, I have no idea what they're doing. I didn't really talk to any of them. Yeah, one more day to go. But anyway, yeah, you know, the only thing I really like take as lightly as I can that I'm not a big fan of about the people that I work with in the second building, they really don't like it when you say it's quiet. It's quiet in that room, or it's creepy. You know, they really don't like it for some reason. They think it's jinxed. You know, it's the ER and the medical clinics. If you say it's quiet, they get really fucking weird about it. But I just laugh it off, dude. They get really weird about it. That's just, this person's the second person, not the first lady. The first lady's actually leaving. I guess next week's her last week, which good luck to you on that. But I wasn't a big fan of that lady anyway. But she was a really nice lady, so she would pour her coffee out in the sink, but she wouldn't bother rinsing it. She would just let it sit there. But this lady, she's like some kind of case manager or something like that. I don't know what the fuck she is, but I guess she works on a totally different spot. But she's moving out of that building, so. But, yeah, I told her it's kind of creepy in here, you know. Well, originally I told her it was quiet, and then the second day I told her it was creepy, but, you know, she was like, oh, don't say the Q word and the C word. I'm like, what? But I laughed it off, you know, because I'm not trying to be serious, but, like, I don't believe in jinxes and shit like that. You know what I mean? If you put energy to shit like that, then shit like that's going to happen. If you think like that, shit like that is going to happen. Because either way, you're going to have days that are busy or they're not. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, I'm not worried about it. But besides her, yeah, because it happened on 2 separate occasions about it being quiet and creepy. The second lady, I didn't expect it from the second lady. She's really nice too, but she was louder about it. And this happened yesterday. So I was like, man, it's really quiet in this building. She's like, don't say the Q word. I'm like, but she wasn't mean about it. Again, they were all more so just being comedic and funny, but she was louder about it. She was like, don't say that word. I was like, why? You know, I was like, why? What's the problem? Quiet. You know? She was like, oh, it's like a cursed word, which you make it cursed when you fucking act like it's cursed. You know what I mean? And, you know, good luck in the ER if you say that word. And I was just laughing it off, just like, okay, you know, that's a new one, you know, and just pretending I'm an idiot and never heard that one before. But I don't really care, you know what I mean? But if people are going to be weird about stuff like that, I'm just not going to conversate like that around them. But yeah, because I'm just the cleaner guy. I'm not a medic. I don't deal with patients. So I don't care, you know what I mean? I just want to get in the rooms and get through it, you know what I mean? I care enough only for my self-esteem, really. My self-esteem and image is the only thing I care for about my job. Other than that, it's a good job. You know, I tell people I'm grateful for it. It's just a very low self-esteem type job, you know. And I'm the kind of guy who really cares, and I was telling this to a soldier, I really care about my image, you know what I mean? But I haven't been taking care of myself. 2, I need a haircut. But again, this wasn't to make a sob story. It was just conversating with the guy. You know, because that was another thing. A couple of the soldiers were complaining about how fucking awful they had it, you know, and man, I'm so sick of being a medic. I wanted to join the Army to do Army stuff. And I just like, you know what? That's fucking valid. But at least you get to wear a cool... I didn't tell him this, but at least you get to wear a cool uniform. I have to wear these goofy little shirts every day. But at least I'm grateful that these shirts aren't red and white. And I have to wear a stupid hat. The round 1 uniforms were the dumbest fucking uniforms I ever had to wear in my life. And the fact that they were so nitpicky about it was just so even more stressful and downright stupid. You know what I mean? You had to tuck your shirt in. You had to wear your hat forward. Couldn't wear it backwards. Because that doesn't look cooler. You know what I mean? But, yeah. They tried to get me to wear black socks, but I told them, you're not going to get me to wear black socks. You're not going to get me to wear black socks. Good luck with that. But, yeah, you know, and then, they were very, very funky and stupid people to work with at that round 1. I haven't been to that round 1 in a couple years, you know, or that mall at all. I really don't like going in that mall. Even, I only went a couple times with Aunt Jack, but then that grew pretty tiring pretty fast. Oh, brother, what are you doing? This person's not even going that slow, dog. What are you doing? Man, that Land Rover's a dick, bro. He didn't pass me. He passed the person in front of me. I'm like, bro, you're not going to get anywhere faster if you do that. And this lady's not even going that slow. Like, come on. Anyway, but yeah, you know, a couple of the soldiers was like, man, I joined the Army to do Army stuff, and he was just talking a lot of shit about his position, about how he feels more stupider and all that stuff, and, you know, I'm like, man, look at me, dude. Oh, I did tell him this. I was like, look at me, man. I'm wearing a shirt with fucking Barney and the dinosaur hands holding each other. The Helpful Hands Incorporated. That's what the company's called. I'm gonna be real. And again, way better than round 1, but this is still fucking preschool shit. Oh, it's not even on. It is this site. This is fucking preschool shit, man. You know what I mean? This is preschool shit. This is like preschool stuff, you know. It's, you know, because they mostly hire disabled people, and it's just like, it makes that sound like an attraction to disabled people, and, you know, it just seems very distasteful for me. It's like Barney and the dinosaur up in here, you know what I mean? It's just like, but I don't know, maybe they're just trying to sound more appealing to children. I don't know. It's a ridiculous name, but again, nobody really notices or cares. It's just a straight green shirt to me. I try to really ignore this design with the hands around the world. We are the world. We are the children. Like, get out of here. Get out of here with that. You know what I mean? Oh, man. But anyway, again, way better than the round one uniforms. The round one uniforms, man, that is one uniform and place I just regret working. Now, UFC Fit was the worst, but I never wore the uniforms. But the uniforms were better, though, at that gym compared to round one. So round one has the worst uniforms I've ever seen at a place to work. But anyway, yeah, and I was telling them, man, like this uniform is dog shit compared to the stuff you guys are wearing. Like, at least you guys are in really cool Army uniforms, I'm not, Even though I know I can, but I just have a hard time doing that, you know what I mean? I have a hard time wanting to wrap my head around joining the Army as much as I want to. It's just not an easy thing. Plus I'm not really smart enough to fucking do the ASVAB yet. So I'm just like, it's not easy being cheesy. So, but on the other hand, I got through it. Got through the days. And yeah, hopefully today will be a quieter, easier day to sort through these buildings and just make the time worth it, of course. But, and then I got a 3-day weekend, so I got a few mornings to sleep in and kick back, which is nice. You know what I mean? Get to sleep in for a little bit, which is going to be really nice. But I didn't practice on my guitar yesterday. I didn't even pull it out. After I got out of the shower, we played Monopoly. That's the one game we've all been playing together. Not Mario Kart. Not Mario Party Jamboree. Monopoly. And that's like Mom's favorite game. And she beat us again last night for the 4th fucking time in a row. She beat us again for the 4th time. That game is difficult, man. But I have a strategy. I low-key have a little strategy for next time. But it's a game of chance, you know what I mean? But other than that, I just hung out the rest of the night. I didn't even play my PlayStation. I think I just sat back and played Xbox and then called it a night at like 8:40. And I woke up in the middle of the night last night, having to go to the bathroom and whatever, and couldn't sleep for like an hour. So I didn't go to sleep until like 1:30. And then I woke up so fucking tired. I was like, oh man, come on, brother. But it's okay. I'm tired, but I'm a little more rested than usual, and I don't feel that sick. So I'll manage. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here. That's about it. It was still a regular day, but yeah, just I know the Army is definitely not a perfect gig for the world, but I told them I hope things kind of get better with it, you know, because they chose to be in that field. Because I asked them, I was like, did you guys get forced to do medical stuff by the Army, you know, told to, or did you guys willingly do medic stuff? It was none of my business to butt in the conversation, but I just kind of was just curious, you know, and that's how I got involved, because the conversation didn't even involve me, but I was just kind of nodding my head like, you know what, that's valid, you know, if this is not what you want to do in the Army, but, you know, because he was like, man, I only got 2 more years and blah, 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 and I was just like, yeah, what the fuck are you doing in the medical field then if you don't want to be in the medical field? You know what I mean? But, oh well. I joined the Army to do college or Army things. It's just like, well, why didn't you just sign up to do that then? And then, on the way home, they had like tanks at the gates for some reason. I have to go take my car to get serviced. I gotta remember that later. And then I think I have a doctor's appointment after that. No. Shit. Oh, wait, no, I don't, do I? Or is that next week? I don't know. Oh, it is next week. But anyway, I am going to end it here. So, y'all have a good weekend. Y'all have a good morning, day. And, yeah, I'll update life as it goes again.